Hello and welcome back. And I hate you all. Get it? No? Okay. Anyway, we are looking at hate today, keeping up our little trend of scythes. And honestly, this weapon has actually got a little bit of a bad rep because it is a bitch to get from the Stalker and it's not considered to be that good. Now, there are a few weird things with this weapon, but first let's go over the stats. In total, it has 70 damage. 70% of that roughly is about the old slash, as you would expect, although judging by the look of it, I'm actually quite surprised it's not puncture. It has a 20% critical chance and a slightly higher than average critical multiplier at 2.5, and again with a 15% status chance. Now, the polarity for the stance on this actually matches Reaping Spiral, which is the stance I actually use on this, because Reaping Spiral does actually have a pretty darn good increase in attack speed. And then adding in the weird thing, I don't know what to call it, basically this weapon has a below normal attack speed for a weapon like this. Normally the attack speed would be 1.0, this has a 0.917. However, the attack speed of this weapon isn't actually that, it's slightly higher due to the animations of this weapon being cut shorter. Don't know why. Don't ask, which is one of the reasons I've opted for Primed Fury rather than Berserker, because with this stance, Reaping Spiral, and the short animations, you kind of go a little bit crazy and it becomes a bit mental to try and do your combos. Now, weirdly, with the shortened animations, over about a 5-second period, I think it is, you will do the exact same damage as a Reaper Prime, which is considered to be the more damaging scythe. So there's a weird one for you. The ground slam or aerial attack of this weapon is pretty devastating. It has a massive range, although again, this is where it little backfires because it's got a very slow animation, which is a bit odd. And another key point for this is it has a 5-point riven disposition, so getting a riven for this could possibly be very well worth it. Now, if you're not a fan of the Reaping Spiral stance, you can form the polarity within the stance to go for Stalking Fan, just in case you want to get that extra bonus damage out of it. Personally, I quite like the knockback. I'm not sure if it portrays quite well, but the whole spin thing you do is like a weird backflip. That is guaranteed to ragdoll and at a pretty decent distance. Now, what I'm actually up against here is 3 corrupted heavy gunners and 3 corrupted bombards, all at level 150. And you might notice I do actually chew through these pretty darn quick, which is quite nice. I wouldn't say it's the most damaging weapon, but it certainly is quite effective and a lot better than people think. And yet again, it is another scythe weapon that has momentum, so once you're in a combo, it is very hard to be taken out of it. Anyway, on with the build. Like I said, I'm using Reaping Spiral and Primed Fury because I find Berserker just a little bit too much. Blood Rush, Weeping Wounds, Drifting Contact, Condition Overload, Vicious Frost, Virulent Scourge and Prime Pressure Point. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you pretty darn soon. Ta-ra!